Hi there, Jan. Obviously, if you don't mind, I'm going to take my mask off. Obviously, excited to have experience like this, joining the system, joining the team. Great guys with great character, loads of experience as players and coaches. So obviously excited about the challenge lying ahead in Europe. And yeah, as we said earlier, may their time in Joburg be absolutely blessed, and may we start something new and exciting coming up in Europe.
Hello guys, how are you doing? Good, thank you, thanks. From my side, I think Cash mentioned it. I think it's an exciting new competition that we're going to play in. I think, you know, the new coaches that's here, they bring a lot of experience, coaching-wise and playing-wise. I think all of us played a lot in Europe as well. So for me, it's not only on the field that we need to make a difference, also off the field is to guide these guys in what we have to do to be successful, and whatever it takes to be successful.
We'll try and look at the glass half full and see it as that you guys have laid a foundation heading into this new venture, an exciting new venture with your new coaching staff.
Hi Morgan, there was an opportunity for a lot of the guys on the squad to feel senior rugby, to experience what it is. As I said earlier in the previous interviews, I think the challenge for us is to get the senior guys and get a lot of the guys that's out injured or coming back from COVID protocols, get them ready for Europe. And if they're not ready, then the guys that's next in line to get them ready as quick as possible to fill in and do the business for us. So I think as a squad, there was a lot of guys that got opportunity, which is positive. Obviously, not playing in the semi-final is not ideal for us, but the opportunity for us to get them ready. We've got about two weeks of preparation before we get on board onto the plane. So it's a big 2 weeks for us. Get clarity to the team, get clarity on what we want to do and how we want to do it, and get the alignment as close as possible from everyone, coaches and players. Get onto the plane and start something new, start something exciting for the Lions in Europe.
I'm sure your heart must be a little bit heavy. The input at Greek was, especially after the fantastic season the guys in Kimberley enjoyed, and playing in a massive match against your old team, a team that tends to stumble against improvements from time to time.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's also exciting for me to be part of the Lions going forward. But the work's not done yet at Griquas. We still have the semi-finals, and if all goes according to plan, we'll play in the finals. Just hoping that Province can beat the Bulls, and then we'll be back in Kimberley for the final. But looking forward to the Lions, it's something that there's no break coming up, so it's immediately jumping from the one team to the other team and going into this URC competition, which I think is very exciting for South African rugby. It's something that everyone is looking forward to. And then from my side is to see if we can provide the players with the necessary tools to uplift their skills and as a collective team perform better.
Is there anything that you saw in Bloem that makes you excited that you possibly want to take up to Joburg as you guys carry Lions forward?
Yeah, thanks for the question. I think if I can maybe sum it up like this, there's just the hard work, it's a special environment, special people, and hopefully I can bring the same sort of work ethic to the Lions. And I think it's also special to work with a group like this, management team like this. I think it's exciting times. Will it be tough? Of course, but I think it's a great challenge to be part of. I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to start on Monday.
Guys, all that experience, the World Cup winner, being able to make your job a lot easier.
Yeah, I think we just spoke earlier as coaches, it's amazing to have players that you can rely on to drive the system for you and to help you. So yeah, we've got lots of experienced guys in the team, and also the youngsters coming through with great input. And if you use the input well, it can be beneficial. So yeah, it's a privilege to have good guys and also now good coaches around us. That is able to help us, because we all need to get the team better. It's not about getting just us as individuals or my specific department better. We got to improve the team as a whole, and then to use as much resources as possible is only beneficial.
Yeah, thanks for the question. I think from our side, it's just to have a balance in our game. The big thing is to make sure that we work hard on our game management. We love to keep the ball in hand. We love to attack, but I think you've got to be able to adapt to the conditions, and we'll definitely be challenged with the weather conditions on that side. Yeah, from our side, is to make sure we give the players the tools to play a sort of a dry weather game, and also to play in the wet weather. So, yeah, to answer your question, just to find a balance between the two, so that's crucial for us.
Jaque, the same thing. I mean, there's a big difference between organising defence on the field, which you were very good at when you were playing. How different to do it off the field, to organise the defence off the field?
Yes, it is a little bit difficult because, you know, as coaching group, we'll do everything in our powers to get the players ready for the game on Saturdays or Sundays or whenever it is. And as Ricardo mentioned, the conditions is going to be the big factor. You know, it's going to be wet, it's going to be slippery. So now, you know, the players are going to have to get in position quicker. Because for me, you know, defence is 80% getting in position and 20% making the hit. So it's going to be slippery underfoot. The conditions not going to be the best. And as an attacking team, you know, we work really hard to score tries. So our challenge now is to defend after we've scored tries. Now to defend, you know, so that we don't give away easy tries to the opposition. So it's going to be difficult, but it's something that we're going to work on, and it's something that excites us is to get all that stuff in a line and ready.
Things that you learned in Europe was adapting to the interpretation of the rules by the referees. Is that something that you guys have to focus on, because they got heavily penalised in the Pro 14 with this, and on many occasions it actually did cost them wins?
I think that obviously the philosophy is a little bit different. If you compare Super Rugby to all the other competitions, I think it's different. Obviously the emphasis in the Northern Hemisphere is a lot more on set piece. They allow the battle there, and they'll probably allow a bigger battle at breakdown as well. So it's for us, in the 2 weeks we got to prepare, is to make them attend to that. But I think the big difference for us will need to be the ability to fix it in the game. See what the ref is doing, what he's allowing, not allowing, and improve our decision making in that 80 minutes. So, like the coach said, is if we're going to keep it simple, and we're going to get alignment as quick as possible. Hopefully the ref won't have a big influence on that. Like we've seen in the Currie Cup, the discipline just wasn't good enough, so it's obviously something we're going to work hard at. Yeah, there's obviously, if you compare the guys that wasn't available that last 5 games in 15 days scenario, someone like Jannie du Plessis was out injured, Jaque Fourie was out, Willem Alberts was out, FP Pelser was out, Reinhard Noordnagel was out, Willem van der Sluys was out, Vincent Chichuka was out, Franco Horn was out. That's basically a whole forward pack on its own. Then at the back there was 1 or 2 as well. So for us it's a race to get them ready for that first game. At this stage it looks positive that mostly all of them could make it there. The flight might be a day or 2 too early for 1 or 2, but there's enough time there to settle down and get them fit and ready. So there is a big bunch of players that could be available that will obviously make a big difference. Yeah, there's obviously, if you compare the guys that wasn't available that last 5 games in 15 days scenario, someone like Jannie du Plessis was out injured, Jaque Fourie was out, Willem Alberts was out, FP Pelser was out, Reinhard Noordnagel was out, Willem van der Sluys was out, Vincent Chichuka was out, Franco Horn was out. That's basically a whole forward pack on its own. Then at the back there was 1 or 2 as well. So for us it's a race to get them ready for that first game. At this stage it looks positive that mostly all of them could make it there. The flight might be a day or 2 too early for 1 or 2, but there's enough time there to settle down and get them fit and ready. So there is a big bunch of players that could be available that will obviously make a big difference.
Can you give us an idea of, in terms of planning and preparation, I mean, where you guys planning it, and what sort of time frame do you have once you get there? What is your program once you get there?
Yeah, so obviously it's a 4-week tour. there's a regulation which we need to be in the country for 10 days before we can move to the next one. So we're going to fly relatively early to Italy, spend time there for 10 nights. Then we're going to move over to Wales. From Wales we're going to go to Scotland, from Scotland to Ireland, and then back. Obviously maybe that's going to be a little bit new to us, but which is going to be great for us is we're going to spend quite a bit of time together travelling. And as a group with new coaches and all of that, it's going to be awesome to spend a lot of travel time together. So we'll probably bus a lot more than what you would do in Super Rugby probably. In Super Rugby you fly all over. So there will be one or two challenges there, but like we said earlier as coaches, that's awesome, great time for the team to spend time together, for us to spend time with the team, to do a bit of review, preview if we have to, sitting at airports, all of that. So that's a great time for us to spend together.
How much training time do you get the isolation or the lockdowns that you get? How much training time do you actually have? Is it more or less than you normally have when you're at home?
To be honest, we're still waiting for final confirmations in terms of, I think they call it a soft bubble, what we're allowed to do and not to do. But as far as I understand, there shouldn't really be any constraints on training times and venues and can and can't do. So we basically got about 9 or 10 days to prepare in South Africa before we fly over, and then we've got a normal game week for that 4 weeks. So we're looking forward to basically 7-8 weeks to put everything together, and then we'll be back at home for the next stint.
All right, guys. Any last questions before we wrap up? Okay, thanks, Morgan. Thanks, Jan.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot. Good chat.
Peace out.